Bineînțeles că face și partea a doua, că doar nu suntem animale. Parabola lui Stanley, partea 2. Ok. Deja știm tot ce se întâmplă. Ok, mergem din nou în biroul șefului, dar luăm alte decizii. Ca să mai completăm din partea stângă. Pentru că practic am terminat prima oară jocul, am dat și on și off pe butonul de distrugere și cred că totuși butonul ăla de distrugere, cred că are totuși o soluție. Nu știu eu care e, dar cred că o să găsim. Ok, ușa asta nu se deschidea înainte.
I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Ok. Ok. Lasă-mă aici. Lasă-mă un pic aici. Trebuie să găsesc. Dă-mă, dă ceva, dă să... Uite, tăiem un cablu. Nu merge să faci nimic? Oare chiar nu merge? Ok, nu cred că pot să interacționez cu absolut nimic. Bine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Da, ok, mergem la șef. Și după aia mergem sus. Jos, jos, după aia. După aia, data viitoare. Ok. Dar acum facem ce vrem noi. Toaletă. Spală-te pe mâini. Wow, ce echip superb. Wow, cât este frumos. Oh! Ce? Am un sentiment. Banii pentru furat. Na, fair. Dar nu ai tăi. Evident. Ok. Deci, asta e o poșetă foarte frumoasă. Ok. E vreo poșetă pe undeva care să îmi facă cu ochiul. Ok, useless. Deci, baia nu ne-a ajutat cu nimic. Ok. Birou șefului, da. Mai era... Da, corect. 2845, da, corect. Super tare făcut. Ok, și acum mergem jos. Și pentru că sus nu e opțiune, mergem jos și mergem pe partea unde scrie escape. Că asta ne-a tras atenția. Nu? Vă place jocul ăsta? Și un follow de ce nu dați? Bun.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, violent death la final. Îmi place violent death. Ia să vedem. Ești un mincinos.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and
Aș putea să mă întorc, dar nu mulțumesc.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Da. Direct. Parcă nu mai sunt așa sigur acum. Ce, ne-am asortat culorile. Ele au... Ok, încă n-am murit. Am murit? Nu.
As the machine whirred into motion, Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise. It reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Okay.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Okay.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent to his and shallow life.
Fă ceva!
Farewell, Stanley.
Nu! Nu! Sunt băiat de treabă! Stanley, sari!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant,
Okay.
Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ba, nu? Ok. Am știut eu că mă minți. Dar cine e domnișoara? Nu vă supărați.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Ok. Ok.
When every path you can walk
Flumii.
has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ok, s-a dus într-o direcție foarte neagră. Ok, astea tablourile din birouri. Ok. Și ăsta e biroul meu. Și de aici plec și mi se știe drumul perfect, să înțeleg. Ok. Și de aici nu se știe nimic. The two doors. Ok. Asta e ca un muzeu al meu după deces, dar faptul că a zis că eu eram mort dinainte e impresionant. The Office, da chiar. 1, 2, 3 nu le-am văzut până acum. De asta sunt și prezentate cel mai probabil. Ok! Ok! Deci, practic, asta ar fi putut să fie unul din finaluri, dar s-a refuzat ideea. Când eu ieșeam pe un câmp de luptă în timp ce mă băteam cu niște extraterestri. Fun! Dar nu voia să se pară ca și când ar face mișto de cei cărora le plac shooterele. Ok.
Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook.
Ok, este mai mult încercarea naratorului. Bă, ăsta e super tare! Chiar e un muzeu șmecher. Ok, mamă, jocul ăsta e destul de vechi. 2011, 2012 și 2013. Ok. Ok. Chiar mă simt ca într-un muzeu. Chiar mă simt ca și când mă plimb printr-un muzeu. E super mișto. Mergem până la capăt.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Okay.
How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Gen naratorul cu
But listen,
personajul.
you can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only
Escape și quit. No!
true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
S-a auzit și un... Nice. Ok! Deci... nice. Da, ok. Mi-a arătat doar muzeu, ca și când am murit sau ceva, eram în rai. Și de asta am văzut muzeul. Ok. Continuăm.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Mergem în biroul șefului. Alegem tot stânga, mergem în biroul șefului. Și de acolo... Ba nu mergem în biroul șefului.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors.
Da, am trecut prea des prin treaba asta.
Stanley decided to go up to
Am intrat de 3 ori în camera asta și nu mă mai lasă. Am văzut o cuie. Ce... Bă, genial. Și nu mai mergem în boss's office. Deja mi-a deschis ușa. Nope. Hai să vedem ce e aici. Lăsați panda în pace. Ok. Ok. Hai să vedem. Vine vreun lift. Ok. Și mergem în sus, până acum am mers doar în jos. Bun. Nu mai am chef să dansez, mulțumesc. Cât de sus mergem, nu vă supărați. Hello? Să mor tu!
It was unthinkable.
Ok, hai să vedem dacă mai reușim aici sus să găsim ceva. Dacă nu, ne-am luat țacă tare de tot cu ascensorul ăla. Lift. Mai încercăm.
Just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you found that this machine is activated.
Presupun că trebuie să apăs butoanele astea de la 1 la 5 cumva, dar
Detonators are set to explode, eliminating
nu știu dacă există vreun detaliu. Habar n-am, sincer.
detonation then. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
Okay.
Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Purple 4.
But I'm sure
Active
whatever
button
comes
hint.
on the next
Purple
go-round
4.
will be even better.
Ok.
My goodness, good time on
Okay.
the clock, why not? These are precious
Let's go,
additional
let's
seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
S-a schimbat? E tot 2?
Taking on every little thing in this room. Something here will save me.
Trebuie attempts remaining. Trebuie să aibă sens, trebuie să se întâmple ceva.
One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a
Nu se
solution?
schimbă nimic.
10, 100, 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in a retching explosion.
Ok, am murit și eu și camera, dar în fine, stați liniștiți, n-am găsit niciun cod. Doar că m-am trezit aici. Deci, tot în biroul meu, dar altă
All of his co-workers were
întâmplare.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ok. Suntem un pic în altă parte. Hello. Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Ok. Dog mode. Ok. Vă latru, că nu vă cunosc. Și acum?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story.
Ok, deci presupun că ăla nu e chiar un ending, sau ăsta e ending-ul. Gen, îți blocat aici pe vecie. Și latru. Nu, ok. Și am revenit în... ok.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Și acum o să tot latru, probabil. Bun! Continuăm. Bun, deci sus nu mai avem ce să facem.
Stanley walked upstairs to
Hop, hop,
his
hop.
boss's office.
Avem doar varianta de jos. Ok. În care pot să latru mai tare.
But Stanley just wouldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why?
Nu putem să luăm mașina să plecăm cu ea.
Because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Poate sunt nebun, a
Logical
zis.
sense.
Ok.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
1, 2, B4.
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically
Corect.
behind him wherever he went?
Foarte bune
And
întrebări.
for that matter, these
De ce nu-mi văd eu
rooms
picioarele când mă uit în jos?
Ha?
Ha?
They simply repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Da, nu.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Adevărat,
This
visez.
is all a dream.
1, 2, B4.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers
corect.
weren't actually gone.
Corect,
He wasn't
doar
losing
visez.
his job.
Așa
He
este.
wasn't crazy after all.
Și latru la obiecte. Da, nu, ar fi foarte natural.
To go back to my
Mereu natural obiecte.
real-life job pushing buttons. I
Ok,
may as well
pe asta l-am văzut la mine în birou.
I'm still lucid.
Ish, ok.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Eu chiar
He
visez.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And
Okay.
it too,
No!
it was so much
mother.
fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Da.
How was he
Nu vrei să ne
remaining so
trezim?
lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Ok.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Ok.
And while he thought it all very odd,
M-a
he
prins.
wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley
Asta
simply
nu-i un vis?
deceiving himself?
Oare?
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words is quite a shock
Bon.
to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Jesus.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too,
E
surely.
genial,
surely, if he
genial
could just-
făcut.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently
Da,
and he
am închis
invited
ochii.
himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one.
Nu chiar.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Corect,
Let me go back to my job.
corect,
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
corect. Nu, nu mai vreau să apăs butoane.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Ok, și o să ne trezim. Deci ăsta e unul din finaluri cel mai probabil. Când realizează că visează.
Okay.
Ok. Băi, foarte deștept. Ok, m-am înșelat.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella
Ce?
went up on a day like any other.
Ferească Dumnezeu.
Dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself,
Okay.
then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is
Stând ea
real
așa.
and what isn't.
Ce nebun pe jos.
This, and in a certain
A murit nebunul ăsta. Doamne, și țipa.
and then she turned and ran.
Și-a fugit. Ok. Deci, eu chiar eram nebun și visam și... Ok, cred că mai avem timp de un
Stanley
ending.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ok.
Oh, new content?
Ok.
What does that
Mai găsit o ieșire.
content?
Ok. Tot cred că... New content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ok.
Parable was a video game released in 2013 on
Deja
home computers.
am pierdut toate șirurile posibile.
Critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with
Okay.
the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Ok.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
More.
Parable.
Ok, new content. Bun, new content. Asta scria și pe ușă, deci nu a dezamăgit.
Please step inside and see
Okay.
what thrilling new adventures
Aparent
await.
chiar
The Stanley Parable
am găsit un nou final.
Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Oare poți să iei și pe parte? În fine. Ce am spune că o să ținem mult jocul ăsta. Scrieți în comentarii cam câte părți credeți că o să mai facem. Și un follow ar fi ideal, oricum.
Mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go.
Okay.
All right, finally, at long last, it's
A durat un pic mai mult.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Ok, după entuziasmul naratorului, cel mai probabil o să termine prost. Dar, ok!
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
okay.
Stanley.
Hai! Să vedem conținutul! Ok.
All right, let's see. It's
Jump remaining.
jump circle.
Putem să sărim! Ok. Faci mișto de mine, asta e clar. E extrem de genial într-un mod foarte dubios. Ok, mi-am consumat toate... Mi-am consumat toate săriturile, gen. Le aveam valabile. Și... Oare mergeau doar în cercul ăsta? Jesus. Mamă, bă.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Ok. Nicio idee. Ok, sperăm că mergem mai sus.
The elevator.
Yup.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Da, vreau să sar. Vreau să pot să sar.
I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. I could
Citească dicționarul, ferească Dumnezeu. Dai seama? Să stai să citească cineva dicționarul 20 de ore? Na, vrei conținut? Ia!
Oh, wait. There's more.
Ok.
Very good.
Mai sărim?
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Ok.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
Bă, ăștia nu
This is
sunt
what
sănătoși, mă.
happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Ok.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Băi, câte
What do you
opțiuni.
say, friend?
Oare câte sunt? 100? Ok. Îmi bubui capul și am încercat să țin evidența a tot ceea ce am făcut până acum. Nu cred că e posibil, dar mai vedem ce se întâmplă în partea 3. Chiar sper să vă placă în continuare. Mulțumesc pentru răbdare și sper să aveți în fiecare zi un motiv să zâmbiți.